What I need to know before retirement. Planning your retirement by creating a solid nest egg is a dream of most individuals. After all, everybody dreams of stopping work at the age of 50 and then probably retiring to the hills and spend time at leisure. But that is easier said than done. Post-retirement life is when your income flows will stop, but then your expenses don't. That is where the challenge comes in. The earlier you retire, the longer you will spend without earning, and that can be quite a drag. The good news is that you can plan for it. But planning for retirement is not just like any other investment decision. It is a long-term commitment, and you really cannot afford to take chance. So, let us look at the steps to take before retirement and how to plan for retirement. 1. Understand your time horizon. Your current age and expected retirement age create the initial groundwork of an effective retirement strategy. The longer the time from today to retirement, the higher the level of risk that your portfolio can withstand. If you're young and have 30+ years until retirement, you should have the majority of your assets in riskier investments, such as stocks. There will be volatility, but stocks have historically outperformed other securities, such as bonds, over long time periods. The main word here is long, meaning at least more than 10 years. Additionally, you need returns that outpace inflation so you can maintain your purchasing power during retirement. Well, inflation is like compound anti-growth, as it erodes the value of your money. A seemingly small inflation rate of 3% will erode the value of your savings by 50% over approximately 24 years. Doesn't seem like much each year, but given enough time, it has a huge impact. 2. Work out how much money you actually require for retired life. This is one of the most important decisions to be taken. You don't know for sure, but you can make some rational assumptions about how much money will be required after 25 years or so. Rule number 1 is to be aggressive in inflating costs into the future and take inflation higher than the current rate. The second rule is to be conservative in projecting long-term returns. Last, but not the least, your retirement plan is not a static document. Keep evaluating at every milestone that your plan is on target. Before move on to the next step, if you found value on this video, please like and subscribe for more videos like this. 3. Protect your emergency fund. Emergency expenses can happen anytime. But the possibility goes up during the old age. So we need to enhance the emergency reserve year on year based on the inflation and change in your expense levels. Emergency fund will give you a sense of security, and also you need not touch your other investments during emergency where you need to pay pre-closure penalty. Also, don't forget to refill the emergency fund once you met an expense out of emergency fund. 4. Plan where you will live. Where you retire could have a big impact on your expenses. For example, if you sell your house in an expensive location and move to a condo in a low-tax state, your expenses could decline sharply, perhaps freeing income to pay for other priorities. You may also consider staying in your town or city, but moving to a smaller home that's more financially manageable. When your planned retirement date is a decade away, it can seem like a distant event. But it's important to plan carefully and set realistic goals so that time is on your side and can help you have the means to enjoy the sort of retirement you have always dreamed of. Even if you started saving and investing for retirement late, or have yet to begin, it's important to know that you are not alone. And there are steps you can take to increase your retirement savings. It's never too late to get started. Many people have bucket lists of things they want to do before they die. However, it's just as important to make sure that you have some things sorted out before you retire as well. 5. Eliminate your high-interest debt. When you retire, you will likely be on a fixed income. This might come from your pension, retirement funds, Social Security, or a mix of the three. When you are on a fixed income, you do not want debt or any other money wasters eating away at the money you are expected to live on. To avoid debt taking up your fixed income, you should work to get out of high-interest debt before you retire. You can work to eliminate your monthly debt payments, including credit card payments, auto or student loans, and your mortgage. While it might be difficult to double down on your debt, it will help you to become more financially secure in your golden years. 6. Learn how Medicare works. If you retire at age 65 or older, Medicare will cover the majority of your routine healthcare costs. But you may want to consider supplemental coverage to help pay for your non-routine healthcare expenses, which are likely to rise as you get older. Moreover, Medicare doesn't cover most long-term care costs. Learn more about how you can prepare for healthcare costs in retirement. To help protect your retirement nest egg, consider buying long-term care insurance, which can help with expenses such as home health aides. If you buy coverage now, your premiums will be lower than if you wait a few years, and you'll be less likely to be rejected by insurers. If you have a health savings account, consider putting in the maximum contribution. The money is tax-advantaged, but distributions may be subject to income tax and penalties if they are not used for qualified medical expenses. Money that you don't spend can accumulate with tax-free compounding until you need it during retirement. 7. Reduce your portfolio risk profile. If your current portfolio is equity-heavy, 3 years before retiring is a good time to start selling the equity portion to buy more debt options so that you have more capital protection. Depending on your risk appetite and return needs, you can opt for different mixes of equity and debt in your post-retirement portfolio. Liquidity and ease of monitoring will be important to you after retirement. So, if a good part of your net worth is invested in real estate, land, or gold, it is best to initiate their sale 3 years ahead so that you can switch to financial assets. If you are planning to rely on mutual funds with an equity component for regular income, the investment must be made 3 to 5 years before retiring. Then your portfolio will have some time to accumulate returns before you begin to withdraw from it. 8. Minimize taxes. Your retirement corpus and retirement income need to be tax efficient. You need to pay taxes for the interest accrued irrespective of that you withdraw the interest or reinvest under a cumulative option. But you need to pay income tax only when you withdraw from the mutual funds. Careful selection of investment vehicle can reduce your tax during the retired life. 9. Figure out what you do with time. You're going to have a ton of free time when you retire. Instead of waiting until then to discover your next passion, start working on that now. You'll be glad you did. As you move away from the workplace, you may find yourself feeling lonely and unuseful. That's where strong relationships with friends come in. They'll help you pick yourself back up whenever you need it and will make your retirement a time of joy. Many people use retirement as an opportunity to take a long-awaited trip. But there's no need to wait until you quit your job to begin planning that trip. Use your time now to figure out where you'll go so that you can hit the road as soon as you're ready. If you like this channel, please subscribe and write your questions on comment section. Thank you for watching.